Hello, and thank you for watching this regional forecast for the Canadian Prairie. I'm Andrew Pritchard, meteorologist with Nutrien Ag Solutions. We're going to watch a slow cooling trend here across the Canadian Prairie and really on downstream across the central United States. So we set up a ridge across the west and a trough through the central and eastern portions of Canada and the U.S. So over the next few days, we'll keep that mild air mass in place. We're going to see a bit of a roller coaster ride in some places here as we start to adjust our temperatures downward, such that by the time we get to the May 6th through 10th time frame, much of the prairie should be at least slightly below average temperature-wise. Now, as far as precipitation goes, it does look like we'll have an opportunity to bring some precipitation to portions of central and southern Alberta, a place that's been quite dry over the last 30 days. And while we're keeping most of the accumulating snow over the next 7 to 10 days well north of the prairie, there is a chance for some snow here across portions of the Manitoba and Saskatchewan border here, south-central portions of that border. Now, as we look at temperatures right now, again, mild for many, starting to cool off as you look back toward the west, but temperatures already this morning between 10 to 15 degrees across southern Saskatchewan and Manitoba. So take a look at the satellite picture here on this Friday morning. Again, we can see the reason for the temperature trends. We've got a storm system, a little disturbance making its way through the prairie right now. Warm air advection in advance of that storm has those warmer temperatures across the region, but cooler air, that first push of cooler air starting to make its way in on the backside here. That's why temperatures not quite as warm as you get back towards Alberta. Now, as we look at the radar, we do have some precipitation falling underneath those clouds across the Regina area, Brandon. That'll move across the rest of southern Manitoba as we head through the day today. We've even got some lightning strikes in there, so maybe a few rumbles of thunder across that region. Now we'll look at the high-resolution Canadian model, and that'll help us take a look at the next 2 days. Again, watching this area of low pressure currently across, southeastern Saskatchewan, east-central Saskatchewan. This will make its way slowly across the region as we head through the day today, such that by midnight, it's right around the Manitoba-Ontario border here, with the front extending off to the south from here. So this is where that cooler air starting to come in. You can see that on the backside as we start to turn some of this precipitation over to snow. And as we head deeper into the night, into Sunday morning, we're really going to start to accumulate some snow across this corridor here, 15 to 20, some locally higher amounts possible across central Manitoba as this storm system makes its way through during Saturday night into Sunday morning. Now, as we take a look at the total accumulated snow here, again, from northern Saskatchewan into central portions of Manitoba, the highest amounts here right in central Manitoba, that's where we could get north of 20 centimeters of snow, and then patchy amounts of 10 to 15 expected back here across north central Saskatchewan. Total liquid precipitation, here's where we've got the liquid showers, maybe some thunderstorms here, creating patchy amounts here, anywhere from 5 to 10, where the highest amounts fall, millimeters of precipitation, and then the heaviest corridor off to the north here, where again, much of this falling is snow, where we could see anywhere from 10 to 45 millimeters of liquid precipitation. Now, over the next several days, here's the ridge that's kept us on the warmer side here over the last several days. We're going to begin to see that transition begin to occur. Here comes a disturbance on Monday. Sunday and Monday, this is the one that could bring some precipitation to this region. This is the first little trough that sneaks its way through, or the final little trough. We get some ridging. This is where the temperature roller coaster comes from. If we just kind of look at these 5 days here, ridge, trough, as we get to Saturday into Sunday, ridge, as we're in now late Sunday into Monday, trough, making its way through here as we get into Monday and Tuesday, ridge as we get into Wednesday and Thursday, and then this is when we see our big transition. Look at this ridge really begin to amplify across the west. At the same time, we begin to anchor a trough across the region. So here's the look as we get into Sunday and Monday, May 10th to 11th. So it's a roller coaster ride to get there. But by the time we get to the end of the first 10 days of May, we're going to be looking at a much cooler air mass, a deep trough digging in across central Canada. Much warmer conditions going to be expected into Canada, or into Alaska, and across far western Canada. British Columbia may be tapping into some of that warmth, but a big change as we get into the days 8, 9, and 10 time frame. This is going to be reflected well in the temperature forecast. Let's just kind of highlight the prairie here and watch things over the next 10 days. We'll go slowly. Starting off with a warmer air mass in place as we head into Sunday, cooling off, especially in the east, but then beginning to cool across the entire prairie Monday into Tuesday. A little bit of a warmer shot here Wednesday, Thursday, and then here comes this push of much cooler air as we get into next weekend, Saturday, or May 8th, 9th, and 10th. This is when we really start that warm west cooler central and east pattern across Canada and the United States. So our opportunities for precipitation over the next week, we've got this first one we've covered fairly well in depth. We've got rain making its way across this region, snow on the north side as we head through the next 48 hours through the weekend. So this gets us to Sunday morning. Snow is clearing out from the east. As we get into Sunday afternoon, watching our next disturbance make its way in. This is the one that's bringing some precipitation to central and southern Alberta. That would be on Sunday night into Monday morning. Maybe even the chance with cold air coming in on the backside here, we could get some snow accumulating across western and central portions of Alberta. That includes the Calgary area, possibly getting some snow here Sunday night into Monday. We'll watch that activity begin to wane as we head into Monday night and Tuesday morning. Looking pretty quiet Tuesday, quiet into Wednesday. Then looking at another potential storm system making its way in Thursday and Friday. Very low confidence in the details of this one, but it too could bring some light precipitation, maybe even some snow flurries with much colder air in place. And then we begin to really amplify that pattern, the one with the trough in the west, the ridge in the east, and that's going to allow for a cooler air mass, one that could bring in shots of cooler air, maybe chances of showers and flurries at times, but not going to be looking at any kind of big corridor of accumulating snow at this point. That's reflected here if we look at the European model Ensemble forecast the next 10 days, the probability of greater than 3 inches or 7.5 centimeters of snow accumulating. Well, of course, across northern Saskatchewan into central Manitoba, this is our weekend system. We've covered that well. This is that opportunity across western and west central Alberta for some snow here Sunday night into Monday. And then also the chance for some light snow here across the southern border of Saskatchewan and Manitoba as we get into Monday and Tuesday. If we look at the GFS, very good agreement. This corridor here off to the north of the Prairie, western and west central Alberta, that chance for some snow Sunday night into Monday. And then the low probability here of maybe a trace or a few centimeters of snow across the southern border of Saskatchewan and Manitoba. Total liquid precipitation between now and next Thursday, again, got that heavy corridor off to the north. This is our Sunday night into Monday precipitation, badly needed across this region. Might be nice if we could add on to that here across far southern Alberta, and then this corridor across the southern border of Saskatchewan down into the northern plains of the U.S. That occurs as we get into the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday timeframe of next week. So looking at your high temperatures for the next 10 days, here's that roller coaster ride in Calgary before we start to cool off getting into next weekend. So we look at things in Edmonton, again, is cooling off but not heading down toward any kind of bitter cold pattern. This is simply some days with temperatures back to where they should be this time of year. We're still looking at highs above 10 degrees, overnight lows still above freezing in these areas. Saskatoon, you might flirt with freezing a night or two here Sunday and Tuesday. Similar look here in Regina, maybe flirting with the freezing mark, but high temperatures still 15 to 20 degrees. In Winnipeg, a little bit more dramatic with the cool shot here, especially on Sunday, a high of 10, an overnight low near 0. But then again, keeping things here at 11, 12 to 15 degrees for those highs with lows right around a few degrees above 0 as we head through the next 10 days. Have a great day, a wonderful weekend. We'll talk to you once again on Monday morning.